Welcome to KNIN Fox 9's Idaho Weekend, your guide to all things Treasure Valley and beyond. Places to go, things to do, entertainment for all. This week we visit the Warhawk Air Museum.
The museum came into being as a nonprofit museum in 1989 because there was such an apparent need for a place to preserve and honor our veterans' histories in this area. It has since grown into preserving veterans' histories and home front histories throughout the United States. We basically have two wings as yet in the Warhawk Air Museum. The first 20,000 square feet is devoted primarily to the World War II era, the 1940s, and life in America and life in the fighting fronts during that period of time. We do have a section of World War I that is growing now, that collections are coming out of attics and boxes and this sort of thing that is allowing us to enlarge in that area of the first wing. The second wing, then, when you walk through the exact replicas of the Berlin Wall, you go into the Cold War era, which is primarily Korea and Vietnam. And that's the advent of the jet technology, the Huey helicopter. There are again thousands of pieces of memorabilia that preserve the histories of real people. Walk from one era, the 1940s, with mothers' flags and patriotism and the incredible home front support of that war to preserve freedom around the world, and then to step into the Cold War era where it was really a different relationship that America had with her soldiers and with those wars. People really come here because they see pictures of the airplanes. They stay here for hours because of the stories. Thousands of pieces of memorabilia and personal collections, hundreds of cabinets that are filled with personal stories of Americans who served our country or served our country as civilians during war times. They're very emotional. We have the histories of each one of these people from the time that they got married until how many children they had and through their serving years. And so by the time people leave here several hours after they've been here, they really have a very emotional attachment to our veterans in a way I don't think many of them had until they came here. That's what this museum is about. It's preserving histories of people, human beings who fought for our country, who sacrificed immensely for the freedoms that we have today.
If you'd like to be a part of KNIN Fox 9's Idaho Weekend, send an email and brief description to idahoweekend@knintv.com.